friends, and welcome to my channel, new and returning subscribers. It's Margie from the Budget Evolution, where we have fun saving our money. And today is, for you guys, it's Friday, big savings day. So these are the last two paychecks in August for my husband and I. And I am feeling a little bit better today. Thank goodness. I think it's been 6 days of just constant nasal congestion, really bad. No matter what medication I take, it was just bad. So you could just imagine when you've got that much congestion and it just drains you. It makes you tired. You're constantly blowing your nose. You're constantly just stuffed, and you feel like your eyes are just, want to swell up and just, be a vegetable in in bed all that time. So we only have 3 things that we're stuffing today. We're doing our 3 months ahead binder. We're doing our low priority binder and our 3K binder. So let's get these out of the way and count up our money. Excuse me. I hope you guys all will have a wonderful weekend. Let's see how much we get to stuff. So we have 150, 70, 90, 210, yeah, the brain doesn't work, 210, 230, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 95, 300, right? I think that's what that is. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 50, so 350, 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 400. So we have exactly $400 to stuff. I think that's what that was. All right. We'll get started in a second. Let me recount that because I don't know if that's the right amount. And I'll be right back. Okay, I recounted it out. It was $400. We're going to start with our 3 months ahead binder. As you know, we had to take out $1,180, or if you didn't know, because we had to pay our condo maintenance fees because we did not make enough in rental income to cover this quarter. We pay about $1,300 per quarter. Usually the rental income covers it. And then we always had a surplus. And this is one of the reasons why we're going to sell, because right now they are updating the air conditioning and heating units, which we had to pay last year an astronomical amount. It was like $5,000. Well, we had about $5,000 sitting in our surplus fund of our maintenance fees. So we haven't had to pay maintenance since like COVID, when there wasn't any sales. People weren't, skiing or, going there or playing golf or whatever. So we know that they are planning on renovating the entire building and all the units. That is coming in the next couple years. We were like, we're not paying for that because it's not worth it for us. It's not generating enough income to cover those costs. So, yeah. So we borrowed the money from our emergency fund. And it says I have to put it back. So as soon as we sell it, hopefully, if we sell it, the money goes back in here. So I'm just leaving that there so I know. We have $200 because this is technically 2 stuffings. So 150, 70, 80, 90, 200. And we put in $10. Currently, just this binder, we were putting in $10 instead of $5 for each envelope. So each envelope has, and I had to borrow hundreds. So right now there's prop hundreds in here, only because I didn't get it, obviously, because I've been sick. I wasn't able to get to the bank to exchange the bills we did in our cash condensing. I wanted to change those to hundreds and 50s. Well, I never got to the bank, so I had to replace it in order to do the stuffing for this one, just so I could get the filming done. So that's why there's prop hundreds in here. And I have it all written down and know exactly which folders, which little envelopes have prop money in it. So we have 100, 200, 10, 25. So we have $225 in property taxes. Groceries, we add the 10. Oh, we add everything else. So, right? Yes. Yes. Okay. So we're adding a real $100 bill, a 50, a 10, a 20. Well, actually 2 10s. All right. And how much do we have in groceries now? We have 1, 2, 3, 400 and 20, 30, 40, 50. And guess what? That makes this fully funded. Oh, that is awesome. That means the only thing that we are stuffing is property taxes. And that is because property taxes are approximately $720 a month. Did I calculate that right? Is property taxes really that bad? 20 times 12. Yes, that is how much we pay in property taxes here in Southern New Jersey. Crazy. When we bought this house, our property taxes were only $4,000. Can you believe that? That's what they say. Death and taxes always goes up. Okay, next thing we're going to stuff is our 3K binder. Yes, we rated this too. So we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 85, 95, and 100. We rated this for the canopy on our gazebo. We rated it for the upgrades to fixing my husband's tractor. Hopefully we'll be able to get to finish this so we can get the new refrigerator. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got 10 and a 5 for 15 for this one. Yeah, the phlegm, you know, when you're sick, it just, it's terrible. I have gone through, I don't even know how many boxes of tissues. It's been awful, awful. Are you guys like this? Let me know in the comments. When you're sick, how many times do you change the sheets on your bed? Is that TMI? That might be TMI. I've changed my sheets like every 2 days. Like I feel like after I take a shower when you're sick, I always feel like, well, why would I want to get back into a bed that's like, you know, to me, it's like germ ridden. And I'm like, oh God, I'm changing those sheets. So I'm actually getting ready to do it again. Yeah, my husband's like, you're just making, because he does the laundry. So he's like, you're just making more work for me. And I said, yeah, but I don't want to reinfect myself, or I just don't feel clean getting into a bed after I've showered. Not that I don't shower every day, I do. But I just feel like every couple of days I have to change those sheets. I don't know. It's a thing. Let me know if you guys do that, or do you have a ritual? Like my neighbor who watches our dog, whenever her husband, when he was working, whenever he went on travel, she always changed the sheets on the bed. So she always had a fresh set of sheets when he went away. I was like, now that's weird. Now he traveled a lot, so she was changing those sheets a lot. Too funny. Everybody has their like little rituals, you know. Some people, it's like with the towels in the bathroom, like they change them every single day. We don't. We change them every couple of days because it's ridiculous. You're getting out of the shower clean. You're only wiping the water off. So why are you using it? Even in a hotel, like we don't have to change them every single time we shower. So now we have, we do. We have $20 left. You know what? I'm going to go grab a 20 out of our overflow binder so I don't have to put all those bills in there. I'll be right back. Okay, I changed it back to a 20. Anyway, I know, weird conversation today, huh? Sorry, didn't mean, okay, am I doing these all one way? Yes, okay, I did this one wrong. So let me stick that in here. I don't know, does it bother you guys, the ones that fold it like multiple times and then stick it in there and then it's like that? Like, I couldn't do that. I guess because they don't think that it would fit, but if you just take the time, it will fit in these slots the correct way. You know, like you don't have to like, you know, like some of them are like folding it like this and sticking it in. I'm like, oh, I cringe when that happens because I don't really like folding money. And actually when I do empty these out, I'll put them in a stack and I'll put a book on them to flatten them back out because, you know, I don't know. So we finished this whole page. It took us a little while because that 100 took us, like, I think it took us 3 weeks just to do this section. It's just, we're getting there. We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, It's still too many. We got to put $1,200 back in just to get where we were. Okay, moving on to our low priority binder. I know. I keep bringing it up because it's sad, but life happens, I was watching Donna Joe Budgets and her husband's car, same thing. Things happen. And then they had to get tires or whatever it was. I forget what it was. Twice in like a week, and life unfortunately happens. Vehicles, any kind of appliance, they break down. And I'm still in that part of my journey where I'm trying to save the funds for emergencies, but it just seems like there's one emergency after another. Like we're trying to save, so we know the refrigerator is literally 27 years old. We've changed the washer 3 times. We haven't changed the dryer, but the dryer is so old that it only has so many mechanical parts. And our plumber, he said, he had told us, he says, that dryer will last you forever because you're only changing because it's not digital. It's the old fashioned kind. I mean, that dryer, I think my husband had 6 years before we got married. So we're married 27 years this year, plus 6. That would be 33 years, our dryer. That's how old our dryer is. It works great. Works perfectly fine. It's a gas dryer too, which is fantastic. But anyway, we're trying to save for the refrigerator because we know it's going to go. And we'd like to use the refrigerator to be our spare refrigerator because our spare refrigerator finally died. And we don't want to pay to have it fixed because we have a perfectly good refrigerator that we can use once we replace it. But we got to save the money for it. You know the cycle. It's the cycle. Sometimes, people say, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And it is a true fact. But there are ways of getting out of it. And this is one of them. Cash stuffing and setting aside a little bit of money. And it could be $1. And you would be surprised if you just stick to it. It does work. I mean, I didn't always have this salary. I've only had this salary for a year. Literally this month, a year. We struggled. Because we were living on a very limited income. My husband doesn't, when he got laid off from his job, because he worked for the Taj Mahal casino in Atlantic City. He worked there for 20 some years. However, he opened the casino, he closed the casino. And when he retired early and earlier than we planned. Then I got into a car accident and I went part-time. So here we were planning that I was working full time until I retire. Well, that didn't happen. So for the last 14 years, 13, I'll say 13. For the last 13, no, because I would say 10 years, I worked part-time. I was down at 20 hours a week. That's how bad the car accident affected me. And then I slowly, as time went on, I added hours. So when I started the channel, I think I was at 28 hours. That's all I was working. And then, my friend said, it's not that much to add 4 more hours. So I was like, okay. So I did. And then she's the one who really pushed me to go for my promotion. And I did. And I talked to my boss about it. And he goes, yeah, let's do it. He goes, you have accomplished so much. I've worked for the company now 24 years this year. And I said, no, 25. Am I 25? Holy cow. Oh my God, 25. That's right. Because my daughter's turning 25 and I started before my daughter I was even pregnant with her. So, it's something that if you're not happy with where you are, make a change. It's not easy. Nobody likes change. Everybody likes to do their regular thing and hope life gets better. Well, it won't get better if you don't make a change of some sort. And it was difficult for me because I wasn't the type of person who would go and ask for a raise. I got a raise every year and I was happy with that. I got a little 2% here and a 3% there. I was like, okay, I got a raise. Yay, I'm happy. Never once did I go and ask for a raise, like a raise on top of my regular yearly raise. This was the very first time in 25 years I worked for the company that I asked for a promotion. So, and my boss at the time, he was like, yes, you definitely deserve it. And it just happened that we were at a point in our contract that I could do it. It was like in that mid time where nothing was going on. We weren't freaking out because we were going to lose our job. So, you know, it really, it was a good time. And it's all about timing. So pick your battles. Look for another job. You don't have to quit your current job. Just look for another job. Better yourself. Everybody, the reason I call it the budget evolution is because I'm always evolving. If you're not evolving, then you'll never get ahead. It's just that simple. All right, I'm going to get off my soapbox. Okay, we should have, I think, $100 here. So 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 50, and these are 50 ones. I'm not going to count them. I am not going to count them. Okay, so we are going to randomize. So we need 12-sided dice because we don't have an 11-sided dice. We have 11 envelopes. I am so sorry. I keep like sounding sick in the video. Let me take a moment. Let me blow my nose and I will be right back. Okay. You know you're starting to feel better when you want to start cleaning the house and make the house germ-free. Because that has been on my mind last night. You know, when you're trying to sleep, it's like, oh man, I really need to clean the house because everything you touch, it's like, I'm like, ugh, grossed out. I'm like, I can't wait to clean because I'm like, everything is just got germs. I don't know if I'm just being a germaphobe. All right. How are we doing this? I'll take a stack in my hand. Should we put some spicy fives? Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's just put some fives in there like you guys like to do. Just stick a couple in there. Go like that. Yeah, let's stick some in there. Maybe one on the top. And there we go. All right. So we threw some spicy-fies. The first one being a spicy. We'll do 2 in each number. So we're going to 11. 11 is party funds, and that's going to get 2 bills. And we're going to go to number 7, and that gets 2 bills. Oh, you know, I thought about doing the one where you roll like a 1, 2, or a 3 dice, and then that was the bill. Let's do that. Oh my gosh. Okay, can I take that money back? I'm gonna redo. Wait a minute. I want to do that. Okay. So instead, we'll start that way. Every envelope gets something, and we have $100 here to work with. So let's do that. Let's get a 3-sided dice. 3-sided dice, is it called somebody mentioned it in their video. They were like, what is it called? I hope you guys watch my channel. Basically, this is called a D3, and the D3 just means that each side, no matter what side, it's only a 1, 2, or a 3. So there's 2 1s, 2 2s, and 2 3s, which would make the 6 sides. That's what a D3 is. All right. So you got a little lesson in dice. All right. So we are doing 1, 2, 3 bills. See, you guys were doing this, and I was like, well, I never felt like I had enough money, and the only one going into crafts, which is fine by me. Okay, let's roll. We got 2 going into office supplies, and 2 going into garden, which I really want to do the garden next year, because we don't have like a big thing going on. Okay, date night's getting $1, and then outdoors getting $1. Retail therapy, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, retail therapy got a spicy 5. All right, self-care got 1, 2, 3. Nice. YouTube is getting $2, and party fund is going to get $2. All right, and then we'll start back at the beginning. I think I like it this way because then every envelope gets something. 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, who is that? That was office supplies. Fine by me. Always can use ink, right? Oh, did I roll? No, I didn't roll. 1, 2, 3. Got 3 anyway. All right, going on. All right, let's roll. We got 1. I don't know if I rolled that already. Let's roll again. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, spicy 5. Spicy 5 and date night. Oh, nice. 1, 2. Going into outdoor. Outdoor is going to need a lot of money, especially if we plan to rip those trees down and fix the sprinklers. Oh my God. There's always something. You know, when you own a home, guys, if you haven't bought a home yet, think about it, that there are a lot of things that go wrong. There's a lot of things your home needs, and you don't realize it until you get into your home. It's like, oh, I need money for this. So never max out your paycheck to buy a home. Your living expenses shouldn't be more than 40% of your salary. And try to do it on one salary if you can, you know. All right. Because a lot of places, you know, title companies will tell you, it's like, oh, well, you can afford this size house. Don't do that. You know, did I put, I don't know. I'm talking and doing. What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. 1, 2. Okay. Flip, roll. 3. 1, 2, 3. And then this one's going to get 1. All right. I am going to calculate this up and I will be right back. Okay. Let's count this up. So in budget supplies, we have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I was on Etsy and I started putting things in my cart for saving for Japan. So there's a lot of challenges that I'm saving for Japan. Now, do I have enough money in my budget supplies? God, no. So what I decided to do, we had already started saving for Japan. I'm going to take some of that cash. So I'm going to invest in challenges from what I've already saved. Not all of it, obviously. I've got myself a limit. Just so I could create an entire binder just for Japan. So I think that's how I'm going to do the savings for Japan, because we need to save a lot of money. And I really want to use the community. You guys are so sweet and you guys make such beautiful challenges and I want to be able to showcase them. So we've got in crafts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, so that was like my idea. I was like, well, you know, we can borrow from there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 in electronics. What am I doing? Duh. I'm just counting it and I'm not putting it in. That's funny. So we got 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, $17 in budget supplies. Oh my gosh. That is insane. So if you guys have a Japanese challenge related to Japanese, like sushi, Hello Kitty, something like that, Mount Fuji, cherry blossoms, whatever it might be, you know, put it in the comments and let me know, because I am searching to do that. So we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have $9 in crafts. Build these back up because we did steal from it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 and 10 is 20. In electronics and office supplies. And what do we got going on here? We got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 in garden. I don't remember writing that down. Did I miss garden? Garden is 4. I only wrote 7. What? Well, that's not right. That needs to be 12. What was I doing? Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I don't know what that was. I don't know what I did. 12, 13, 14, 15, and $16 altogether in garden. And then gifts got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay. Just checking myself. So we've got 15 altogether in gifts. This is gifts other than regular gifts. Like this, you know, can add to gifts. Like I know my husband and my daughter's birthdays are the ones coming up, and we are saving in holidays for birthdays as well. So this is just like an extra. So 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, because at one time I didn't have the holiday binder. I only had the gift binder and it wasn't enough. That's why I started the holiday binder. So we've got 10, 14. Okay, that's right. 14. All right. I'm not gonna, my brain's not working. 25, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 38. Ooh, we could go do something. I've been wanting to go out, but I got sick. Outdoor got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we've got 20, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. 42 in outdoor. Nice. That is building up because we are adding, I think, $20 or $30 every month to this. So hopefully over the winter, we can build that up and then get things fixed for the new season. So we got 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 in retail therapy. And then all together we have 100, 20, 40, 65, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 176 in retail therapy. And basically we spent that. I haven't done a check-in on stuffing since like the end of last month, and it's because we're waiting for challenges to finish. And I figured, well, it doesn't make sense to do one now and only do a couple when I've got to do it in next week and get all of them. You know what I mean? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Because we do have to pay that credit card bill by the 26th. So we've got 100, 20, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So $154 in self-care. Nice. Okay. And that's why it seems like there's a lot of money building up in these, because I haven't pulled them out yet. So we've got $7 going into YouTube, which is going to need it. 100, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. So 121. Party Fund is getting 3, and that's $23 now in Party Fund. And we haven't finished Let's Go Fishing. This is my hubby's binder. He still has $209 in there. There we go. So we did our low priority binder. We did our 3 months ahead binder, which we now finished. What was it? Groceries? Was it? I think it was groceries. Yes. We finished fully funded groceries, and now we'll just be working on property taxes. And then when we get that done, guess what? We start all over again, and it'll be our 4 months ahead binder. There you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everyone.